Hey, have you ever been fiddling around, jumping and shooting all over Mega Man 2 on the NES and thought, I wish this looked more older, more Atari-er. Boom, got you covered. Here's something special. In 2018, an independent developer going by the name of The Skipper 1995 dropped this Mega Man 2 Atari D-Make for Windows. Despite its title, this isn't an Atari 2600 game. It is not playable on any old school consoles from the 80s. It's a standalone PC download. Think Mega Man 9 and 10. Those are presented in a classic 8-bit way, but the NES isn't capable of running either one of them. Similar to those, this homebrew was built from the ground up to evoke an ancient era in gaming. This stylistic decision seems to confuse a lot of people out there, so allow me to reiterate, this D-Make was not built to be played on actual Atari hardware. Yeah, I know I'm repeating myself and most of you got it the first time, but trust me, all you need to do is look this thing up online and read the comments, the questions. Yikes, dude. Like, how do some folks feed themselves or know when to take a dump? I see it on here too with the how do I find that or play this people. I don't know, how do you find my YouTube videos? To leave silly questions below. Search engines have existed for decades. You might be looking at this thing thinking, so what? It's an even older looking Mega Man, but no, my friend, it's much, much more. Every stage has been reworked, all of the visuals redrawn, new baddies, traps and gimmicks, a remixed soundtrack, options abound. This is more than a kitschy little reskin, it's a fully featured fan project with its own unique charm. Let's briefly run through some of the differences. Airman's level has been altered a lot. Familiar foes, similar platform challenges, but now these Zeus dude clouds are manually controlled horizontally by firing in the opposite direction. Game changer, they're introduced here, but also appear much later in Wily's castle with a few extra tricks included. The big blue blowhards have been positioned differently, cleverly, fighting against and working with their wind gusts opens up a bunch of new mobility tests. There's no scrolling, so these single screens often get packed with well-designed challenges. Now you can exit a stage whenever you want. My favorite inclusion is the weapon energy balancer. This is a big deal in the official titles it is featured in, and always my go-to bolt choice, but here, it's automatically in Rock's inventory from the get-go, meaning there's less need to fumblefuck through the menus because all canisters retrieved will replenish the meter with the least amount of juice. All around, the flow has been improved. Waiting for platforms to cycle back around in Crash Man stage has been eliminated almost entirely. Now these things have spinny knifey ouches to avoid. Terrifying. Thrilling how a big ol' Met made its way into the game from Mega Man 3, gigantic mystery, excitement. The road to Metal Man is mostly the same, but these squish-squash spike traps are placed in spots that are much more sensible. Again, this D-Make is all about the pace, that rhythmic flow. Gaining the blades doesn't completely destroy the balance this time around, as it can now only be tossed in 6 directions, and its meter drains quicker with every use. Every which way but up and down. Shimmy shimmy shoot shit. The Woodman now switches up his leaf dump patterns, Airman's tornado toots fly in a more reasonable way, and Quickman's arena has been redesigned for a better flow, or maybe it's so he doesn't get all jammed up as much. My favorite change is Flashman. All of it. Instead of those loosey-goosey piddle pellets, he mans up with a Cosmic Sonic Death Ray of intensity and power. Cosmic Sonic Death Ray of intensity and power. His original Seek and Destroy stage was short and underwhelming, just like my... Now it has been lengthened with more tricky traps and portal puzzles. I love portal puzzles. Love them. Portal puzzles, Portal 2, portal puzzles, Portal puzzles, Portal Potty, Portal puzzles, Darksiders 1, Darksiders 2, portal puzzles, Portal puzzles, yes please. Every new trick is introduced in a safe area before it tests your skills. Once more, pace. I don't know who this person is, but they understand how to develop a satisfying action platformer. Mega Man 2 is a terrific game, but it does have its fair share of clunky bits. A few of the bosses, some of the platforming, occasionally you'll just have to wait for things to line up or for stuff to come back around. This D-Make replaces all of those sections with remarkably clever new ones. Items 1, 2, and 3 could be used to skip certain spots in the original, but now all of the high jumps have been altered, as number 2 is the only remaining red ride. That's right, you only get the jet. So don't be scared, you can still skip most of Heatman's stage. Why are these Mickey D's, French Fries, and Quickman's level instead of the Heatman's with all the fire? It's the same in the original, I've never understood that, but they've been reworked so that the rooms they exist in contain perilous death traps when it's dark, like lights out rock man. One shot, quick kill lasers, the controls are as responsive as those from its source. A bit more actually, as the blue bomber no longer slides around like he's got something on the soles of his robo shoes. The flash stopper can now be switched on and off at will. Everything is balanced. My Xbox and PlayStation pads were recognized without any issues, which is a bigger deal than you might think when it comes to fan games. Swapping between original music and remixes is easy enough. I went with the latter as I dug Fragmare and Dippy's dirtier dank 2600 approximations. I love that old school filth, and they did an excellent job representing it here. I just wish it automatically defaulted to this soundtrack instead of the original. Screen resolution, autosaving, there are just enough options. There's even a way to toggle the flashing lights. Thoughtful stuff. Reaching Wily's castle doesn't restrict you to the final stretch. Between each big cheese boss, it kicks Rock out to the level select if you want to grind for E-tanks or piss around like the little hollow blue explorer you are or want to be. Skipping intros and weapon upgrade screens is now possible, thank Christ. Does anyone remember how long these things are on the 8-bit Nintendo? Holy moly. Animated tutorials have been introduced after a new boss weapon has been acquired to show off how they work. Presentation-wise, I'll say it again, this is impressive from top to bottom. I mean, having an appreciation for antiquated video game visuals definitely helps. Every colorful, rudimentary block assembled in the right place to bring these robots to life. Clean, crude, remarkably effective. What's going on down there, buddy? Oh, looks like you're missing the puzzle piece. All of the boss weapons work the same in Rock's hands. 4 E-tanks can be held at any given time to replenish health. The bigger bads protecting our lovable mustachioed freak look great and have been mechanically tweaked. The Boo Beam is no longer a borderline broken bitch bastard. All of the rooms during the home stretch bring back traps, platform challenges, and baddies from the 8 Robo Man stages, plus all health and energy refills automatically after these Wily sections. From top to bottom, this is a masterfully crafted Mega Man 2 homage that should be played by everyone. Stick around after the outro for some spoilers and credits. Check this thing out, it's amazing. Next time on this channel, more Mega Man, an often overlooked official entry for the original PlayStation, so stay tuned.